Hey Neppers, it's me, Wild Neptune. Nikke has just dropped some insane news that I'm right here to share with you right now. Okay, so, the developer's notes. Hello, Commanders. I am Suk Yu, the director of Gods of Victory, Nikke. In this development note, I will briefly introduce the major updates to be implemented in May and June. Okay, so, talk a little bit here about some of the past events and that they're looking forward to the 4th anniversary the most. Okay, so first, let me introduce the new Nikkes coming in May, which we are currently in, by the way. In 3.5 update, we presented the new look for the Counter Squad through the overspec versions of Anise and Neon, whose banners, as of the recording of this video, are still up, so you guys can still pull them. In fact, that the members of the counters who have kept this company for a long time will be showing a more mature side of themselves made this update, an especially exciting one for the villain team as well. Well, yes, because they've been in the works for quite a long time. We've known about Anise for a very long time. We believe this update also raised your anticipation for what comes next in the story. Of course, you showed strong interest in TT Star through the 3.5 anniversary, yes. Okay, in response to your expectations, we are making preparations to let Mint and Prekin meet you again in May. Okay, so, this means that, yes, Mint and Prika are gonna be the raid-ups in May. So, this is not uncommon that they'll do like a double or sometimes even like a triple type of banner. Maybe not all the same, maybe not like at the same time, but like back to back. So they did it with Absolute Tactical Upgrade, made Mast and made Anchor, Bunny Girls happens like this. So to explore the stories of these two Nikkes in more details, Event Side Story, B-Side Idol, and Bitter Spice will run respectively, along with the pickups for Mint and Prika. Okay, so I hope you guys still have resources left after the anniversary, because, well, even if they're not that good, I do have a feeling that just their overall popularity is gonna do very, very well for Nikke. So hopefully we'll get kits soon. When that happens, I'll go over them. Anyway, these notes are pretty long, so let's keep going. Alright, so Tracing the Stars rhythm game update. Next up, let me go over the updates for the rhythm game Tracing the Stars. Alright, so TTS is a content development team poured blood and sweat and tears into. Yeah, it is probably the most ambitious minigame they've done. It's not perfect, but it's easy to tell a lot of work went into it. So, alright, to begin, one of the most popular Nikke songs, Hurricanes, will be added to the game for free in May. Aside from this, we plan to launch the TTS special shop and release a pack. This is continued on the next page. The pack will be sold in the TTS special shop, consistent only of Tracing the Star tracks, and does not contain any gems. Okay, so like just the songs, and will not affect gameplay progress. The first pack contains 9 tracks. Okay, so this will be later. Starting in May, improvements to the Tracing the Stars minigame will be rolled out progressively. So some things they are gonna work on here. It says scores for all difficulty levels are reflected in overall rankings. Okay, so separate rankings too for difficulty levels in July. So no more of this like people playing like normal mode be having higher scores than like you expert mode players, right? So that's going to be gone eventually. All right, sure. Okay, so basically, it seems like they're gonna monetize the songs for Tracing the Stars, which fair, right? You know, they didn't really say how exactly it's gonna work. I'm assuming you spend a few dollars to um buy the songs in the pack for the minigame, and I'd also assume that occasionally they will drop in a song or so for free. I feel like this is not gonna go over very well, but I don't know. Like, I'll have to see. I'm okay with it personally, but that's just my take. I'm not somebody who is against spending money. But I can tell, maybe, I don't know. It's like they already have the songs in there. I guess too, though, if people are actually working on like note mapping the songs and stuff like that to the music and everything like that, that's still, extra work that the team has to do. And if it like actual manpower working on that, then yeah, maybe it's okay. Maybe like, and like, a few dollars for like a song pack. It really depends on the price, in my opinion. Anyway, let's keep going. Right, additions to Memories Tellers to the archives. So Memory Teller is the Stellar Blade one. Now, I speculated that maybe they'd be a Stellar Blade rerun because a lot of times there's actually a collab in between the point 0.5 and a summer, because summer happens like a little bit later on, so we still have a while until that happens, until the summer unit. So they will be a pickup reruns for Eve and Raven. So it I don't know. Okay, I don't know if there's gonna be like a true like story rerun if it's going to the archives. Oh, it says also in May. That's pretty. I mean, a couple weeks, like at the latest, really. So I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be like an actual rerun, but they are gonna rerun both Eve and Raven, which is, man. If you were not playing back when Stellar Blade was active, oh my, oh my, oh my. I hope you saved quite a bit because both Eve and Raven are like really, really, really good Iron DPS units that you are probably going to want to get. Raven a little more so than Eve, but both of them really, really good units to have. Um, Now, because this is a shift up owned property, the chances of me running again are much, much higher. Like, not quite 100%, but let's be real here. Like, it probably bordered on that. But yeah, if you have resources, if you have those golden tickets, maybe you would have to use some of those. Just, try to budget yourself to get one copy of both of these characters too. Also, um, in the archive, so with the film you can buy, you can get Lily, and costumes for Eve also will be came for free via the missions that we got when this collab was current. So very cool. Um, Not quite the way I expected it to go, but pretty close. Now for June. Next, I will introduce content updates coming this June. A 3-week event with a field, so a special field event. That means like a story with a map. Uh, Although it does have a format, so no bunnies or maids this time. Um, a pick and recruitment of a long-awaited character that many commanders will definitely love. Okay, so a character that has been in NPC jail, it looks like, for a long time is gonna be here. Who's gonna be? Papillon. Um, you know, that would be my guess. Um, who else could it be? Besides her, I don't know. Like this Drilly, like I want Drilly. Okay, I think it's pretty known that out of all the NPCs in the game in NPC jail, Drilly's the one I want. But they would not release her, I don't think, without hammering also at the same time. And Hammering status is still like kind of up in the air. So yeah, and it says A, so like one unit, but it is 3 weeks, right? And a 3-week event usually means there'll be another unit too. So we'll have to see. In addition to this, okay, Boom the Ghost will be added to the archives in June, and also the mini game BFG Cleanup, which is Suka game, right? Would also be added to the arcade too. Okay, cool. Wait, what about the Bunny Aid? Did the Bunny Aid one come before or after this? Because I like that mini game, the auto runner. I thought that one was fun. Okay, whatever. Okay, sure. Like, leave your speculations below in the comments. Who do you think this long-awaited character is going to be? Lastly, okay, more improvements for ease of play. To make gameplay more comfortable for commanders going forward, we'll keep enhancing the game's ease of play. Okay, what does that mean? I was playing blindfolded with my hands behind my back or something like that? We are planning improvements to skill upgrades in June. Okay, we are carefully listening to feedback for content. In the later half of the year, we will increase the number of participants in Champion Arena. Champion Arena is no longer a pure whale activity. Like even me, I spent some money on the game. Obviously, I only really get into Champion Arena in my bracket maybe once every like 3 to 4 times. Okay, like that's it, right? And like I have to like keep on top of it the whole time. And gradually implement improvements to the arena. Coordinated operation. Oh please, coordinated operation needs so. It is such a. Oh, I hate coordinated operation. Like I was talking about this before, and when they split challenge mode from normal mode, I get why they did it, but all it did for me is somebody who doesn't really like go into chats to find like teams, stuff like that. I just poke my teams, and what I get is what I get. I used to be able to get like 20, 15, 10%, sometimes even better, just by pugging, getting lucky a few times. Ever since they split it, I'm lucky to get like a 30% sometimes. It just split the player base into two, and I don't know, it's just kind of annoying, right? Unit rate and other content. Okay, so obviously there's a lot of stuff that they can improve on. Well, again, this is later half of the year, so this is stuff to be determined what it's going to be, but hopefully it is for the better. We're sincerely grateful to all commanders for your love, support, and feedback on Gods of Victory, Nikke. We'll take these sentiments as nourishment and strive to do our best as always. As the development team and operations teams of Nikke, once again, thank you for always supporting Gods of Victory Nikke. Suk you, Gods of Victory Nikke team. Okay, very cool. Alright, that's the video. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, if you found it helpful, or just want to support me, a subscription would be greatly appreciated. Comment, like, all the good stuff. Anyways, I'm Wild Neptune. Been a good one. See you next time.